Hey, Jon Pardi, how are you?
Good.
Looking like a newly married man. How you been?
I've been good. Been working.
Working? Yeah. Are you happy that the nuptials are over? I know that was kind of a moving target for you guys for a while there.
Yeah, no, we're glad to be married and it's all done. Everything went well. There's a lot of planning and then unplanning and then planning to unplan and then that's just been a lot.
I'm sure the summer is tired of like sending out invitations and then asking for them back and resending them out.
Oh yeah. No, it was a tough time to get married.
Yeah, definitely for a lot of people this year. But you guys also danced to a song at your wedding. Your first dance was one that you wrote called Look at You. Did Summer get to hear that before the big night, or did she know ahead of time?
She heard the acoustic version, then we went into the studio and she kind of got to hear the full production on it and it turned out really good. It's a really pretty song and it was good. So it was a great first dance song.
That's awesome. Do you think that you'll ever eventually release that or just keep it for the two of you?
You know how it is with management and labels. I mean, oh well, we got to have a whole press thing about it, and we just got to wait till we get the people thing over, and then we just want to make a big look. It's like, put the damn song out. I mean, how
I
everybody got
get it.
about everything
If Jon Pardi was in charge to be out already, I guess.
right up on iTunes.
That's awesome. Well, besides, outside of music, outside of the wedding, because I'm sure you're tired of talking about that, what have you been doing to stay busy out at the land? I know you got a lot of mowing out there to do, right? I've heard you talking about that.
Mowing's all done. We got some fences putting in. We're fixing the pond right now. Got a dozer, and we're making the pond a bigger. It's really natural. It's got a really good spring, but it's just been overgrown. And so that's what I've been doing. Right after I get off this call, I'm going back to go work. And but yeah, it's definitely social distancing out there on the land.
That's awesome. Have you and Summer been binging anything good to kind of take up some time?
Uh, no, we've been watching football though. It's been
Yeah.
fun watching football. Haven't been any binging. We stay pretty busy. It's not. We're not just hanging out. We like staying busy, and it makes us not feel like we still get to miss each other. If that makes sense.
Definitely. Well, I guess most people don't have like ponds to fix and fences to build, so you've got extra stuff to keep you busy.
Yeah, we were looking at getting this cow, and we'll see. But
Do you have cows already, or is this like the first cow?
well, no, this would be Summer's cow. It's a Highlander. He's like a fuzzy cow.
Like a Highland coo?
Yeah, they're the brown. They're called Highlanders. They're Irish cattle, I think.
Oh my gosh, that's so. Is that like your wedding gift to Summer as a cow?
It was gonna be her Christmas present. We'll see.
I love you guys so much. That is so awesome. Let's talk about your current single at country radio, Ain't Always the Cowboy. What did you think the first time that you heard that song?
When I first heard it, and I was a cowboy, I just heard a song that it's kind of like an anthem, but it didn't go the way you thought it would go, and I thought it was cool to hear from the girl's point of view that she's moving on and chasing her dreams, where it's usually the other way around when you talk about songs and chasing dreams. And so I thought it was really cool, and I love songs that have a different angle, a different look on a kind of an old theme, and of course I think girls really connect to it. Not that saying that's what I do, but it's kind of fun because there's not a lot of songs like it.
No, I totally agree. I'm a girl. I love it. The part that stands out to me is like at the end, it feels like it should be like in like the soundtrack of like an epic scene in a movie. Like when the strings come in at the end, I'm like, oh, this could be really.
Oh yeah, no, that's the way we wanted the sound.
So have you been using any of the time this year that you've been off the road? Are you working on new music? Because Heartick Medication now been out over a year.
I'm ready to go. I mean, I want to do a couple more retreats to get some rights in, but I'm more of like wait around for a good idea, and I stay pretty busy out here. So, and I just been taking a break from music because I'd rather have a date set, like when we're going to go and record, and then start writing and kind of working like that.
Exactly. And I'm sure it's nice to like not have the pressure right now of like having to do something. Like this is probably the most downtime you've had in a long time, not constantly being gone and being on the road.
Yeah, I mean it's been nice. It's been stressful, but it's been nice being home, and but we're all going through it. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Your last
just how it
album.
is.
Totally. Your last album, Heartick Medication, that got a CMA and an ACM nomination, which had to be like really awesome to get that kind of recognition on that album.
Yeah, no, we love being nominated. It's kind of a high five, I would call it. Like a good job. Of course, I knew I was going to lose to Luke Combs. I mean, it's like he's on top of the world,
Darn Luke.
and it's like, yeah, Luke's going to win. But so his albums have just been so impactful. But to be with him and Miranda, or you get Marion, and I forget there's Old Dominion and Ashton McBride. There were so many in the category. It's just cool.
How did you feel about becoming a viral GIF after you and Luke Combs, your reaction to Eric Church winning Entertainer of the Year? That cracked me up, like you jumping up and down in the background.
Yeah, I've been wanting Eric to get it for 3 years now. But no, we were proud of Eric. He's obviously one of our favorite artists, buddies. We love his songwriting. He pushes us to be better. And I think anybody that we think of like that totally deserves Entertainer of the Year, especially selling out Nissan with no opening act. And I mean, he's great. So we're happy to see that. Of course, then you saw it in the gift. That part of that night was me, Luke, and Eric taking a shot. There was a picture of that, and we're like cheersing, and that was really fun. That was right before he won, and so that was a fun night. Actually, probably one of the funnest CMA Awards I've ever had, just because it was all the artists and just in the room, and it was just fun.
I'm sure it was great too, because it was kind of like the pressure was off. Everybody knew it was going to be kind of a weird year, and you also knew like it was the first time you guys had seen each other. I'm sure all year, really that many people in one room, and you knew it was safe. You could hang out. Everybody been tested, so that had to be like a relief.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job testing, man. Look how many people tested positive and really didn't know that they had symptoms, and they did a great job. And yeah, it felt great to all know that we were negative and we could all hang out and talk. We still had to do some social distancing protocol stuff, but for the most part, I had a blast, and it went by quick. It was way different. But I kind of like how the tables were set up, and it's very old school.
It was very fun to watch at home, and you had a great tribute to Joe Diffie. I really enjoyed that as well.
Thank you. That was a fun time.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be playing all of the party hits this week. And I wanted to talk to you about your first number one, Head Over Boots. When that went number one, did you go out and buy yourself like a first number one present to yourself?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I bought a hot tub.
That was the big gift.
I was like, I love hot tubs. Well, out here, like honestly, like a hot tub, you'll get more use out of than a swimming pool. Because like your swimming pool is 3 months. That's your season. Hot tub, you go year round. It's like snowing right now. It's cold. Getting a hot tub. It's just, and that was like a funny thing. I'm gonna give me a hot tub.
That's great. Do you guys still have it?
Oh yeah.
The number one hot tub. I love that. And speaking of presents, with the holidays here, I'm curious, what was the best present that Santa ever brought young Jon Pardi?
I would have to be a new guitar.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like when you started playing guitar when you were a kid?
Yeah, well, I mean, I got one guitar when I was like 6, but I like leave it in the backyard and like banging on everything. I didn't know how to play it. When I started learning about 9, and then like you just kept wanting like a Fender Telecaster or something, and just cheaper guitars was always a good gift. It always kept the wanting to learn and be a songwriter and singer and that. So it was awesome. But yeah, I always say guitar really helped.
Do you guys have any big Christmas traditions that you usually look forward to?
Usually we have Christmas at the house, but I don't know. Summer's talking about, trying to maybe go back to California. I'm like, we better just wait and see what goes on in the world before we start talking about traveling, And so we're probably just lately, the last 3 years, it's been like my dad comes for Christmas time and we have a good Christmas, and that's been pretty fun. But I wouldn't mind going back to California. Like I said, it just has to be a good time to go, because my mom loves when I'm home for Christmas. I can see see everybody, and that's a good tradition too. So it's just hard right now.
I know it's like impossible to make a plan more than like 3 days out because something always happens. Somebody's sick,
Oh,
somebody got exposed, and then you're like,
day to day, and I mean it's just crazy. It's just everybody needs to do their part and chill out. Get a bulldozer and go dig a pond or something.
just hunker down at home. Exactly. Do you have a favorite holiday or Christmas movie?
Man, I just think Elf is just so funny.
It's the best.
It's just really well written. I mean, it's definitely like a staple in Christmas time. Like, you got to see Elf. But I mean, I love the Christmas Vacation, and that's great too. But I had to say Elf's pretty funny.
I feel like you could dress up as a good Buddy the Elf. You're really tall, and that would be hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. It's just a great movie.
It's such a good one.
It's gonna be timeless. It's so good.
Will Ferrell was really on fire at like that point in time. Like Elf, Step Brothers, all that stuff. Nothing's been as funny since then.
Yeah, and that was right. Old School was one that kind of put everybody on the map.
Yes.
Wedding Crasher is still one of my favorites. But yeah, no, Elf for sure.
I love that. Then I have a couple listener questions for you. Someone had asked, when was the last time you were starstruck? It's kind of a hard one because I'm sure you meet a lot of people.
I wasn't starstruck, but I was just really excited to meet Michael Strahan, because he's so cool. He's like a great personality on television. We're on the Today Show, and he's on there, and he was so cool, and like he like had a pizza party and invited us for pizza backstage, and I thought like that was like, all right, he is what he is. What you think he is on television. He invited me to a little pizza party for everybody, and like I got to have pizza with Michael Strahan, and that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. On the opposite side of that, where's like the craziest place that somebody has ever recognized you?
Oh man, the Bahamas last year for New Year's, and I was dressed up in like these white pants, and like totally was like, I'm gonna dress like a bohemian tonight. And those are the locals, and they had white cotton pants and this like tie-dye silk shirt and like flip-flops and glasses, and we were going out to this casino, and a guy come up and goes, "Hey, you're Jon Pardi." I go, how do you even know? But I guess because I do wear. Oh man, I do. No, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. It's okay.
Please call me. I guess pictures of me with my hair done and stuff. So, but that was kind of like, I'm just playing right now.
He probably told all his friends, he's like, I met Jon Pardi and he does not wear that cowboy hat.
Exactly. Yeah, this is just for fun. But yeah, funny.
All right. What was the craziest thing that ever happened to you on stage?
Oh,
I'm sure there's lots.
I mean, there's one time the crotch of my pants blew out, and that was kind of frustrating, but nothing really bad happened. I taped it up and played the show. My guitar.
What's funny is that Dierks Bentley told me that happened to him too, that his crotch ripped out, and he taped it as well.
Show's got to go on, man. And that was in the van days, we didn't have any. Our wardrobe was like at the hotel, so we couldn't like just stop.
There's no stylist there to stitch it up for you.
There's a bus closet.
That's awesome.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications from radio.com. While you're at it, why don't you check out some of our other great videos.